So these will both be on your final. We will review all of this. But when we look at this, this is where we're doing PEMDAS. But if you remember, I didn't tell you it was PEMDAS. I told you it was GEMDAS. Grouping symbols, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. So when we look for grouping symbols, we go left to right. We start here. That's -4. We do what's inside the grouping symbols first. So now I have 3 minus 4 squared plus. But this is a grouping symbol as well. Minus the square root of 100 is 10. Does everybody remember how to do that in your calculator? Yes? Second x squared, 100, press enter. Okay, now we do exponents. So now I have 3 minus 16 plus a -4 minus 10. Addition and subtraction are our last steps. We go from left to right. We don't do addition and then the subtraction. We go from left to right. So 3 minus 16 is -13 plus -4 minus 10. -13 plus -4 is -17 minus 10, which is -27. And remember, when we do these, it should look like a tornado. It should look like a funnel, right? Questions on this one? Give me a thumbs up if we got this one.
I forgot to do GEMDAS.
What did you do?
I don't know.
You know, you just did stuff?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Actually, you would have still gotten it right if you would have done this. You just didn't know how to do that, did you? Do you know how to now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, evaluate. This means that we have to substitute in and then do order of operations. So I have okay? So I'm putting everything in parentheses. That's the first step. I don't know what's going on, but let's bring it on back. All right. Okay, thanks. So my x is -2 plus -2 is my x, my y is 4, my y is 4. Now we are doing GEMDAS. So exponents first. Now this is where it's tricky. It's in parentheses here, so it better be in parentheses in your calculator. Because -2 squared is -2 times -2, which is +4. Minus 4 squared is 16. Okay? No more. Now there's parentheses, but those parentheses aren't something to do inside of it. This is multiplication, so now I have 4. -2 times 4 is -8. So could I put 4 plus a -8? Absolutely. Minus 16. 4 plus a -8 is -4 minus 16. That gives me -20. Once again, shucks. You see the funnel cloud going. This will probably be one of the first things, not the first thing, but one of the first things that we do as we start to review for the final. Okay? Does this jog your memory a little bit of, oh yeah, I kind of remember how to do this? Yes?
Yeah.
Don't let me throw things at you.
You should start wearing a Christmas hat.
I can't see.
What? Why?
Because of the music.
It's quite jolly.
Quite jumpy.
Okay, get out your homework, please. Your homework was 1 through 29, the odds. You were solving for y. I've got my answers right here. So follow along. If you're like Mr. H, I don't think that's right. I did this in about 2 minutes during my last class. What? What? The fact that it took 2 minutes or the fact that I did it? Oh, well, you guys are 13? 15. 14, yeah, you youngin'. Okay, 14 and 15, almost 40. I've had a lot more experience doing this kind of stuff, so it will get easier. Here we go, number 1. Y equals -3/4 x plus 2. Number 3, and if you miss them, like circle and do something so that way, hey, listen, let me do them for you so you can see it. Number 3, y equals -10/3 x plus 2/3.
Oh, I
Number-
switched mine.
Number 5, y equals -16/9 x plus 40/9. Number 7, y equals 3x minus 3. Number 9, y equals 9. No, that was not words. Let's try again. Number 9, y equals negative 9/5 x plus 7. Number 11, y equals 1/6 x plus 2. Let's stop there. What questions do we have on 1 through 11? Anybody's? Feeling pretty good with this? Okay.
Alright.
Yep. Number 15, y equals negative 11/6 x minus 8. Number 17, y equals negative 8/3 x minus 5. Number 19, hold on, sorry, y equals negative 4x plus 5. Number 21, y equals negative 16/5 x minus 8. 23, y equals 2/3 x plus 2. 25, y equals negative 11/7 x minus 8. 27, y equals 11/4 x plus 6. And 29, y equals negative 11/4 x plus 5 halves. If you had 10/4, I'd mark it wrong on the test tomorrow. Okay, you have to simplify it. Questions? You're good, Al. You don't have to erase it. As long as you can see the numbers, you're fine.
Oh.
Okay, we good. We've got, let me show you 3 more examples. Fair enough? That's all I have to do to teach. Because again, all I'm trying to do is, even though we're solving for y, I'm leading you to something big. It's called slope-intercept form. This is what we use to graph. This is what we will use for the rest of algebra to make sure that you know how to do algebra. Okay? So these are going to be a couple of the problems that we're going to see. Are we good with the warm-up? Go ahead and get your notes out. This is day 3, last one. We do have a quiz tomorrow. If you see any of these tomorrow, it will only be one possible question. It won't be a bunch. Okay, because that's not fair, but I do feel like after I show this, you'll be like, oh, okay, I can do this. So we are solving for y. That hasn't changed. And we're going, even though the directions don't say simplify, know that we have to simplify our fractions. Everybody with me? Okay. Okay. So we have 3x plus 1/3 y equals 9. You should immediately see something that doesn't really, like, that you don't like. What's there that's not usually there?
Fraction.
There's a fraction. That doesn't change anything. We solve this just like we would any other equation. How do we solve this equation? For y, what do we have to move first?
3x.
How do I move to 3x?
Or
Subtract.
it.
Good. That leaves me 1/3 y equals negative 3x plus 9. Does everybody agree? Okay. Now, can we divide a fraction by a fraction?
Yeah. Wait.
No. Remember, it has to be keep, change, flip. When we have a fraction divided by a fraction, we have to keep, change, and flip. So if I divide by 1/3, that doesn't work. So I have to keep, change, and flip. So I'm multiplying both sides by
3.
the reciprocal. Very good. The 3/1 or just 3. Now watch what I do to this side. I'm multiplying it by 3. That's the distributive property. That's how we multiply each thing. So 3, this becomes 1y equals 3 times negative 3 is negative 9x. 3 times positive 9 is positive 27. Not overly hard, right? Not overly hard.
Just a memory thing.
Yep. Solve for y. Let's go 1/2 x minus 1/4 y equals 6. Okay, a little bit tougher. What don't we like about this one?
There's 2 fractions.
Oh, crud. There's 2 fractions.
No.
Yeah, oh, shucks. Does that change anything? Absolutely not. What do we have to move first?
The 1/2.
1/1.
Okay, how do we move the 1/2 x?
Subtract.
Absolutely. That doesn't change. We subtract 1/2 x from both sides. That leaves me negative 1/4 y equals negative 1/2
Wait, how do
x plus 6. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I was confused because I forgot that we had to do the 1x, or like 1.
You understand? Do you
Yeah,
truly understand?
yeah.
Okay. As long as you're good, I don't need to understand what you're saying. Okay, so now we're here. How do we get rid of the negative 1/4?
Multiply it.
By,
It's
Reciprocal.
which is
4/1, which is 4.
not 4/1.
1/4.
Oh, negative.
Negative 4. Now, here's how you remember this. We want 1y. What's a negative times a negative? Positive 1y. If you don't have the negative, a positive times a negative would be negative y. We don't want that. So now this. Now I come over here. I multiply everything by negative 4. You have to use your calculator. Negative 4 times negative 1 divided by 2. Go ahead, do that. Negative 4 times negative 1 divided by 2.
No phone.
Wait, what was it? Negative 4 times?
Yeah, so you're multiplying. We're distributing. So you're multiplying it to the negative 1/2 x and the positive 6. So 4 times, or negative 4 times
Is it 1x?
negative 1/2 x.
Yeah, I got 1.
There you go. It's positive 2x.
Wait, negative 4 times.
Negative 1 divided by 2.
No, I'm not. Bro, this calculator's against me.
So then, negative 4 times positive 6 is negative 24. Is this hard? I don't even think we need to see the third one, right?
Let's do it.
Huh?
Let's do it. Let's
Okay,
do it.
okay, that's fine. Okay. Last one. 2/3 x plus 1/9 y equals negative 3. Okay, let's see. We'll go over it as soon as I'm done. Oh, shoot.
No, why do we have to do another word? Holy crap.
Here we go. So, last little bit. Subtract 2/3 x from both sides. That's going. 1/9 y equals negative 2/3 x minus 3. Then we need to multiply by the reciprocal, which is by 9. Now, why am I doing this with distributing? Remember, when we divide each individual term. This is showing that I'm multiplying to each individual term. Does that make sense? That gives me y equals, in your calculator, 9 times negative 2/3 is going to be negative 6x minus 27. Don't forget the x. That is the most crucial part of this. Do not forget the x. What questions do y'all have? Okay. On that same worksheet, you're not going to do number 8, number 16. I'm going to have the answer key up here. I'm going to make it right now, and I'll leave it here. Check them. The majority of your quiz tomorrow will look like this. Okay? Are there questions? Should be an easy quiz grade. Agreed? Ish? Okay. Love you guys.